Well, great. Thank you so much for joining us within the Startupr Interview Series. Let's just jump right into it. Can you introduce yourself and share the story behind founding AnyBiz for us?
Yeah, so everything started when we started to reach out to other businesses to increase our sales. So we had a different business before, me and my co-founder, and we wanted to reach out to some prospects to sell our product. It was a physical product which was selling on Amazon, and we couldn't find something that really actually is working automatically without a headache. And this is the point where we started to think what we should do actually. What can we do, because we are engineers. Me and my co-founder spent 10 years in university, each one of us, and we started, okay, so we need to solve this problem. And this is how everything started, and we built something small to ourselves, and it worked very well. And this is how we came up with the idea that we need to show it to the world.
Okay, great. All right. And then how did you meet your co-founder? Is it your brother?
Yeah, this is my brother.
Okay, well, great. No, that's awesome. I mean, how have you handled working with family? I know that like a lot of people don't work with family. How have you handled that?
Yeah, so there are good moments and bad moments, like in every relationship. So yeah, so some moments are easier to handle, and some moments are, more, we take it to a personal level. But
Of
we
course.
know what our goal, we know what is the mission, and we take it to the right place.
Okay, well, great. And then how did you pivot from working on something full-time to your startup that you made with your brother?
So it was a transition that took time, but first as I said, we had the business before, and we said we have a big opportunity here. We started this, as I said, initiative like something for ourselves. We didn't think it will be a startup, but then we show it to the world and to another person, and it was actually very cool. So we decided, okay, we need to invest all of our time in this thing because we believe this is the future. This is what the world needed at this point of time, and that's it.
Okay, well, great. Within AnyBiz, like what would you say is the core differentiator? What do you have that other people don't?
We're super experts in deliverability and email deliverability. As the problem becomes very, very bigger and bigger every day, and outreaching by email is the basic way. The fundamental way. We have a great knowledge in email deliverability, and this is something we can make sure will make it better. Plus, we right now from the competition, we also we already self-service product, which most of our competition is something that you need to talk to sales and go through sales cycles, etc.
Right.
And yeah, with the software world, the competition is not something you can take it 5 years ahead. It's only a few months, and you just need to win the market. But our approach is win the market, well, maybe by speed, but for sure is for the quality of what we are doing, but not making giving the right results and solving the right pain. So I personally listening to calls with customers. I personally reading all the chat support. I really understand what is the pain to move the company to the right direction, and only then try to scale it to huge amounts. What I don't see in other companies, competitors or not competitors, before hitting the product market fit, they spending huge amount of money, and I don't know. In my opinion, it's not the good idea, but it's only my opinion, obviously.
Yeah, no, I think that makes a lot of sense. A lot of companies kind of like do that before they have their minimum viable product. It has AnyBiz like changed in any way since the launch, or something of that nature?
AnyBiz is changing all the time, and this is also our differentiator. we're not a corporate or a 200 people company, which everything should go through many processes. This is we are changing and adding things very fast, very, very fast. So this is why it's a great playground to improve and make sure we are understanding the customer and moving forward.
Okay. Well, yeah, no, that's great to hear, especially if you're getting your hands dirty and you're, behind the scenes listening to everything and all of that.
Yeah,
of course.
definitely.
Yeah. So going back, when you were trying to launch, like, what was your main objective? Was it mainly online presence? Like, take us through your launch strategy.
Hey, can you repeat? Sorry.
Oh, no problem. When you were launching the company of AnyBiz, like, what was your launch strategy? Was it online presence? Was it reaching out to niche customers? Just kind of like take us through a little bit of your launch strategy.
Yeah, so at the beginning it's very easy because our product itself is a go-to-market product. So we use our own product, and it's very easy to test and understand because I'm using the product every single day and trying to understand whether I'm, it's a good product or not, whether it's convenient or not. So this is the first thing, obviously. Then we invest in other channels to bring more customers. But again, to invest millions of dollars on Google Ads is not something we do now because it doesn't make any sense until I will feel and the market feel that this is the right point.
No, that makes sense. And then with these early customers, you're talking about kind of how you've iterated and optimized your way through the marketplace. Like, what is a real world example of how you, found like an insight and then turned it into something actionable for your company?
No, so we talk to customers, collect the feedback, all the feedback. Then we collect all the feedbacks in a tool that dedicated to it, and then we understand, what people really is really painful, and then we prioritize and make it and improve it and show again to the customer. This is what you wanted, and now your life should be easier because we did it according to your guidance. And this is how we iterate and until until we feel like, okay, we close this gap, and that's it.
Okay. Yeah. No, I think that makes a lot of sense. Cool. Well, zooming out a little bit, what major mistake you made as a founder, and how did you recover from it? What did you learn from it?
I'm doing mistakes all the time. It's obvious.
Yep.
Because there is no playbook for success. So a lot of mistakes. Maybe direct the product not to the right direction some of the time. The company plus the product. I thought, okay, we need to do that, but we figured out it just was a waste of time and a wrong bet, and I spent money on development, or maybe frustration of the people. So mistakes is inevitable, I think, in this journey, because as I said, even the best entrepreneur cannot. It's not easy to make success after success. Even though you made some success in other business, it doesn't mean you can repeat it. So it's a lot of things. Moving parts should be connecting together to make sure the company is doing well.
Yeah, no, that makes sense too. Well, cool. What would you say is next for AnyBiz? Do you have any exciting updates that you can share?
Definitely. So we are going and moving the direction also, not only for sales agents, but also other industries, and also direct them to a specific vertical. So it's not like sales for everyone, but sales for medical companies or insurance companies, so to make it much more specific.
Okay. Yeah. Focusing in on your niches and things of that nature.
Yeah,
okay.
Correct.
Okay, great. What would you say is the best piece of advice that you have learned for running a startup?
The best advice, I don't know. Is to always I think always believe in the team and in yourself. I think this is the fundamental thing, to believe that you and your team together are motivated to achieve the goal. I mean, because it's the journey, you cannot do it alone. So you need to build a great team with you, and a team that actually believe in the journey with you. So I think this is the fundamental thing, and you need to respect people.
Hmm. Yeah. How would you say you've been able to retain top talent, in early days of a startup?
Always be with them. I mean, I'm not. I think if I would do it remote, I think it would be very hard.
Mm,
So I traveled to each one of the people and I said, okay, so we need to work together. I'm with you now. I'm real. It's not like we're on Zoom or Google Meet, and
hmm
this is the story. This is what you want to do, and this is what we are going to do, and let's do it. And I'm with you till the last minute. And so this is, you need to build trust, and trust. I think it's hard to build trust via Zoom. Maybe it's possible, but it takes more time.
hmm Okay. Well, that makes sense. How wide spanning is your team? Where are you guys located?
I think already in 8, 9 countries.
Okay. Yeah. So you're all over the place all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
traveling and I'm trying to travel to every person we have, and spend some good time together and tell them the story and tell them the mission. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. Uh, all right. Well, how would you say that you have developed a meaningful dialogue, like with your customers? Like having some kind of like a feedback loop that you're discussing. Like, how did you establish that?
First, the customer is a customer that's actually paying money. If it's not a
Hmm.
paying customer, it's just a waste of time. This I believe. It's, if you put your credit card, then I can internally in my mind, I think I can appreciate the feedback. Otherwise, it's just a waste of time.
Hmm.
So I did the very beginning. I did the all the initial sales. So to understand if we're solving any pain or not, and if it makes sense or not. So yeah. So and the feedback loop as it was. I mean, someone is telling me, okay, I don't understand this, or I didn't understand that, or what does it mean, and immediately I write it in the tool that we're using, and that's it. And this is how, again, and so again we
Hmm.
have a product discussion. Okay, so people talking about this and that. Okay, let's improve this, improve there, and then and more calls and more improvements, and this is the loop. It's endless loop.
Yeah. Well, as long as you're open to listening. Yeah. That is mainly
Yeah,
the biggest point. Okay.
yeah.
Well, great. What would you say is kind of the next big trend, or like, do you see a big trend that's happening within your specific niche of startups?
I
You went into
think
personalization and niche, like
no,
creating things for
I
you.
don't think I don't think this is the. I mean, the it who will win, who will make it much more, I think, easier to use, much easier and intuitive, and more sophisticated, but in many meanings of sophistications is because I don't know, many things that we already implemented, but I'm still looking and see if it's actually bring result. But I think sophistication and easiness to use, as the world is moving towards people don't have any passion anymore. Uh, this short videos is a good example. People were
Hmm.
used to watch a whole YouTube video or a whole movie. Right now, you need 10 seconds to absorb the information. So yeah, so imagine this new generation playing, clicking. Nobody has time anymore. So how simple you will do everything and you will get faster results. This
Hmm.
is, I mean, the biggest mission.
Okay. And how are you kind of tackling that? Is that like through extensive A/B testing or something like that?
Yeah, we test we do A/B testing, and we are trying to always look at the design. One of our main values in the company is great design is a great business. We're trying to make it very easy to use,
Mm-hmm.
very easy to use.
Yeah. Get the next thing across as quickly as possible and all of that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
right.
All right. Well, perfect. We actually flew through a lot of the questions really quickly. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much for taking the time for us to have this interview with Startupr. And, we're very much looking forward to the future of AnyBiz. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.